opening match was a
Woo!
blast tonight again.
Wow.
Another tag match, man. We got to see the Super Elite versus I will dub them Team AEW, Jurassic
Yeah,
Express
I'm all for
with
that.
Bryan
I like it.
Danielson and Christian Cage. Good stuff. Um, man, your boy Luchasaurus in this match.
How
What
long
an
have I been a
absolute
Luchasaurus fan?
yeah, dude, I know, but he's your boy. The big dog. He looked great tonight. He had a huge second half of this match. It was weird. The beginning of the match was all Team AEW guys. They were doing all their stuff, and the Elite were really struggling. And then halfway through the match, it kind of flipped. We got to see the momentum shift, and we got to see Kenny kind of get involved. We got to see Adam, Adam Cole get involved. We got to see the Bucks do their thing. Exactly. And man, Nick Jackson took some bumps, and Matt took some bumps, and we got to see Knack, and we got to see Brandon Cutler, the cold spray getting
Stooges.
involved, and love seeing those guys take their bumps because they get hit once and it looks like they're dead for a half hour. It's great. But man, the real star, I thought, in the second half of this match, Luchasaurus did so much offensively. He cleared the ring, it felt like 5 times himself, and just absolutely dominated. He was the big man of the match, and it was a lot of fun to watch him go tonight. I want to get your thoughts on that because you are the big Luchasaurus fan.
I've been saying it for months
Yeah.
and months and months, man. Luchasaurus is so awesome.
Yeah.
I've said it and I'll stand by saying it. If I could be a wrestler, I would want to have Luchasaurus his moveset.
Yeah.
His kicks, his flips, his power, his dominance. His build is awesome. The tats are awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to wear a mask, but other than that, I think his overall move sets are tough to match with a guy like him, and even the commentators were saying that. And
Oh yeah,
it's great that the crowd was so hot for Luchasaurus, man. He deserves it. He's been working his ass off. I'm happy for him, and he
they were
deserves.
chanting his name the
After
whole time.
yeah, I think he was more over than anyone in that ring.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he has any ties to Philly or AEW fans in each market. That's what's so cool about the traveling of wrestling is every market has you can get a totally different vibe. If
Yep.
this territory works or this territory works, like but Luchasaurus's pop and they're so over. I love that choke slam into the other person. He did that
was
last
so
week and
cool.
he did it again. It's so unique, like pulling
Yeah.
him down and he's choke slamming him into the other person.
You
But
never see that from anybody else. It's
I
awesome.
know it was great, man. But honestly, but still, obviously, my guy who is on my Mount Rushmore, Bryan Danielson, just pure energy. The woo yes, woo yes, woo yes, chop
Yep.
kick, chop kick, chop kick. I'm loving that part, man. I mean that's giving the people what they want. Those are brutals, we always know. Like those kicks are echoing. Those kicks are deafening. The chops are echoing, and all that. And so, but also we saw Jungle Boy almost steal a show, kicking things off in the ring. He's incredible. Like Team AEW, it was just after this match, I was like, how can you top this? Like, what do you do to top this? Because when everything was just going haywire and all 8 guys were just going all at it, all 7 since Christian Cage got that brutal pile driver on that ramp, absolutely brutal. Anytime
one of the
someone goes up
crazy
with a
spots of the night.
Oh, it just it always makes me cringe, those pile drivers, those tag team, those tandem pile drivers, whether it be from the Young Bucks or FTR. It always makes me cringe. I'm just like, oof. But I know they're
Any
professional.
move that involves your neck, like to me, gets me.
I don't like it.
You know?
I don't like it. I mean, it was meaningful, and there's a place for stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
But to me, it's just like, whew.
It makes me. It always gives me like the willies a little bit, where I'm like, I've landed on my neck before doing stuff, and it is not fun. Like I was ice skating once, and I landed on my fell backwards and landed on my neck and lost like feeling for like 5 minutes, and it was like the most terrifying thing ever. I couldn't imagine like being dropped. Like obviously they know what they're doing. The professionals, they make it look real. But man, like I wouldn't even want to take it, even if I was getting it from like the Undertaker, who's done that a million times. I'm good.
It's not worth the risk for me, but
no.
I mean, everyone risk it all to give the people what they want. I mean,
all the
this
time.
Match was first. I loved how they did. I mean, entrances are part of the whole storytelling. Yeah. But I liked how they started the show without the entrances. you shaved off, you gained 10 minutes, you gained that Derby match, you gained this other stuff, whatever it may be.
You didn't have to cut the
And
main
I'll
event.
support it. Drive more people to the social. It's smart. Okay, every week we're gonna start the match off with, or the show off with, a banger match, but they're gonna be in the ring. Sometimes they do it on Rampage. They only do one entrance. I
Yeah.
support that. Even though obviously I want to see the all everyone's entrances is great. You obviously you got Jurassic Express, everyone
Yeah.
loves Brian Danielson, Adam Cole, Bebe, Young Bucks, Kenny
Everybody
Omega,
loves Adam
Christian Cage. Like
Cole's.
all these entrances are ones that like you love to watch, and
Yeah.
so I'm all for the first match, which they've been giving the first match almost like the co-main event. No entrances, so you can save that time, save that time for a women's match or an additional match or an additional segment for us. So I like that
Especially
a
when they
lot.
pack it up like they do, man. They
Oh,
pack this show like crazy.
jam-packed show. But the ending, man, this is exactly where the tie-in that we
Yeah.
saw at the main event, the elite, just that four-way BTE trigger to end it was absolutely brutal. And now essentially, the elite are marked men with Hangman Adam Page with that casino chip, getting that match. So quickly Team AEW is growing against that as well.
Yeah. This is
But
gonna
the crowd is so over for so many of these guys, especially Adam Cole, man. I'm all for, Crayfish called it, if Adam Cole and the Young Bucks kind of break away versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers eventually down the line or something like that, that would be pretty sweet. If we see that in,
yeah.
4 6 months or whatever, when they're kind of done with Team AEW, that would be very intriguing.
Oh, it'd be a blast, and he's so over. Part of
Yes.
obviously part of it's because of his popularity in NXT, but he's just so charismatic. Like, man, Adam Cole's one of those guys where it's like he sells you on himself so well, whether it's in the ring or on the mic, and he's one of those kind of guys where he delivers it so well where he could like tell you to f off, and you're still gonna be like, yeah, okay, cool, that was a great promo, man. Like you're great, you're just really top notch, and I love what they did tonight. I loved the end of the match. I thought the quad BTE trigger was so funny and just
Oof,
insane
brutal.
and looked painful. And it's like those guys, whenever they do that, man, I'm like, you guys are dirty dogs. Like you guys are doing some brutal stuff. And I thought this was a great opener, great way to start the show. You can't really beat having the elite in any match, and when you have this much talent, it's not possible for the match to be at least not entertaining. When you have that much talent in the ring together, you got young stars, world champions, you got tag champions, you got mid champions, you got all this stuff, and everybody's combined, and everybody's having a great time, and it was a little hard to keep up at times, I would say, because there was a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going on. But
it was
outside of
wild.
that, right, exactly. But we've come to kind of expect that from the elite, where it's kind of hard to keep track of everything going on. But overall, man, you couldn't pick a better way to open up this show, especially with what the ending we got. That main event was so epic, and I think that there was enough time in between. They had to have been first and last because there was enough time in between for a
Yep.
lot of other stuff to get in, and I think the crowd probably needed a little bit of a break after this opener, to be completely honest with you.
Oh yeah, I think they did too, for sure, because
Yeah.
it came out hot. They were on fire with that opener.